It's been a minute. Welcome again to my channel. And if you've not met me before, my name is Oyinkosla Busayomi, and you can also call me Onibi. Alright, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the support, and thanks for always listening to me, even when I'm just ranting. Alright, enough of the jokes. Welcome again to my channel. I hope you people are happy. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're doing well. I also want to use this opportunity to encourage you that regardless of whatever you're going through, trust me, this too shall pass. Personally, I like to use myself as a very good example. I've been in very difficult situations that I'm like, no way, like this is the end. Like there's no way out. But then God, in His infinite mercy, shows up into my situation and then turns everything around and things just works out. And this has brought me to the conclusion of the fact that definitely, no matter how big a problem is, no matter how big a situation is, change is inevitable, change is constant. So therefore, last, everybody go do alright. Every problem definitely has a solution, and every problem is definitely gonna get solved. So please do not lose faith, do not give up, keep believing and keep being strong. I love you guys. And so as you can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some very important tips that can actually help you integrate into a new country before arrival and after arrival into the country. So let's go right into the video of the day. Alright, so before I go into the video, I'd like to say congratulations to you if you've gotten your visa. Trust me, visa application process, most especially if you're coming from a country like Nigeria, where I actually come from, can be very demanding, can be very hectic, can be very stressful. Combined with the fact that there's corona, most times we don't even have travel dates, we don't even have like visa appointment dates and all. So for you to have gotten a visa, congratulations, you deserve an accolade. Don't mind me, I'm just basic. But honestly, visa application process can be really demanding. It can be very financially demanding. It can be very tedious and hectic. I remember when I was doing my application process then, I was going to Abuja from back to back on the road with Boko Haram insecurities, bad road and all that. So congratulations, you've gotten your visa. What's next? What should you do? What should you put into consideration? First things you want to do is be in contact with people who have gone ahead, of you, or people who lives in the country. Okay, so this is also dependent on the reason why you're actually traveling to the country. Are you traveling for school? Are you traveling to work? Are you traveling for business or whatever reason? Yeah, so most times there is always very good, like whenever you have like a contact person over there. So if you're going for school, for example, when I traveled abroad for school, we had like this student WhatsApp group, like Nigerian student living in like Germany, Nigerian student living in Lithuania, Nigerian student living in France, Nigerian student living in Canada. So you want to get yourself inclined, or you want to get yourself added to these groups, which it really helps. They can actually help give a lot of information in terms of accommodation, where to stay, in terms of things to do, in terms of residence permit. I'll be talking about the residence permit app later in this video, so you want to stick around. So next stuff is, now that you've like been in contact with whoever you're communicating with over there, next stuff is you want to book your flight. So you want to book your flight as early as possible, because the farther your travel dates, the cheaper the flight is. If you're traveling tomorrow and you're booking a flight today, know that it's going to be way expensive than when you're traveling next month and booking your flight today. So the farther your travel dates, the cheaper the flight. So you want to consider booking your flight early. So next stuff is, after booking your flight, you want to sort out your accommodation. Honestly, accommodation is like the most paramount, the most important. Getting an accommodation, or getting your accommodation sorted before you travel out, is very important, because here you don't just want to say, oh, I'm going to be patching around everywhere till I'm able to get a soft landing. No, you want to get your accommodation sorted. Most especially if you're a student, I will always advise students that it's very good when you stay like in a student dormitory, at least during your first year. Student dormitories come with a lot of benefit. For example, you have access to free Wi-Fi. Most hostels always comes with furniture, so you do not have to bother about buying furnitures. You have where to cook. Most hostel comes with like kitchen. Most hostel comes with like washing machine, so you have places to wash your clothes and all that. So it means when you arrive into the country, you do not have to go through the stress of like trying to buy some things, trying to like furnish your room, or trying to get Wi-Fi or all that. So it actually comes with a subsidized rate, you know, because they are attending to a large number of people. So I will say that as a student, I will advise you that you might want to talk to your school. If you are able to get like a student hostel, then just go for it. So next off is you might want to buy a SIM card. A SIM card is very very important, because when you're coming into a new country, most especially as a student, or you're coming to live for a very long time, for a while in the country, you might be needing a SIM card, because you're going to be filling a lot of forms, and you will be needing to fill your details like your email address and your phone number into like these forms. So you might want to get yourself a SIM card, and it's also going to help you communicate better with a lot of people. And most SIM cards always comes with data, internet plans and all that. So it's very very important. Honestly, there's no way you can like integrate properly into a system if you do not have like a good SIM card that has a good data plan. Like internet is very very essential in these countries, which takes me to like my next point. You might want to download, or you might want to know how to use Google Maps better, because Google Map is a lifesaver. Honestly, like Google Map is a lifesaver. It helps a lot. It helps tells you how to get to where you're going to. It helps you navigate your way around, you know. It tells you when your bus is coming, when your bus is leaving, when the trains are coming, what time the train is coming. The importance of knowing how to use Google Maps cannot be overemphasized. In countries like Germany, you can also use apps like DB, and in some other countries I know like they have like very special apps that they use to track buses and trains and all that. So you might want to put that into consideration. Next off is you want to report to the right office. So this is also dependent on why you're coming to the country. If you're coming as a student, you might want to report to your school. Your school actually helps give like a lot of information. Your school gives you a lot of information and documents. These documents will be required for you to like proceed to the next level, to get an IC card, which is a student European Union card, and also documents in order to open the bank, documents to help you process your residence permit and all that. So you might want to report to the right office, and then if you're coming in to work, you want to go to your resume to your office immediately. So you want to tell the right office that, oh yeah, you've arrived into the country. They always help out with giving like the next information required, or the necessary document required for you to proceed to the next level. That being said, after reporting to the necessary office, at the earlier part of this video I talked about being in contact with like people that are already in the country before you. For example, the Facebook group, or the WhatsApp group, or like for example students living in Germany, or maybe experts living in Germany. People like this always gives very very good information. For example, I remember personally when I was coming, I was in contact with these groups, and then I remember they helped me a lot with a lot of information, even during my visa application processing and all that. Questions they asked during the interview, which really helped me to prepare myself. And aside from that, they also gave us information like requirements for getting a residence permit here. So the visa, where you're coming from Nigeria or from you're coming from is usually not a long-term visa, so they give like 6 months, and then when you get to your country of arrival you need to convert that visa into a residence permit. Residence permits always have requirements as well, like things you need to get the residence permit. Personally, I needed a police clearance report from Nigeria, so to be able to get the residence permit here. So I had already done my thumb printing and done my, like, I got a police clearance certificate, which I got at the, I think, ministry of one of the ministries in Nigeria. I'll search later and let you know in case you need to know more about it. So I got the police clearance certificate and it was a lot easier. So when I got here, I sent it to Ukraine and then used it in order to get my residence permit, which was very easy. It's just always very important to have these informations ahead of time. So my advice for you is know the requirements for getting your residence permit, so it's just going to be easier, way easier for you. I've come to the end of this video. I recently did a YouTube short on ways to come into Germany. I've been getting a lot of questions on what is a job seeking visa, or what is a job visa, or what is this and what is that, how do you get it, and all. So I've decided I'm going to be doing like a longer video, not a short this time around, a longer video on what those visas are and how to get it and who is entitled to get it. So I'm going to be sharing with you these very soon. If you'd like to know more about this, please, you want to hang around, and also remember to please subscribe to my channel. Alright, thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you've learned one or two from today's video, and kindly let me know in the comment section what you like to know. You can ask me a question. I always try my best to reply to every questions that I'm being asked. Thank you guys so much for listening to me, and I love you so much. Bye. Catch you. Bye.